10, the U.S. Army facing repercussions of its COVID-era policy. It says its cuts over vaccine mandates have weakened the size of its force and are now calling on them to come on back to service. Mike Emanuel's got that story live in Washington for us. Mike.
Bill, good morning. The Army kicked out more than 1,900 soldiers for refusing a COVID vaccine. At least 19 of them have now been welcomed back to active duty. A letter signed by Brigadier General Hope Rampey, Army Director of Personnel Management, says, quote, as a result of the rescission of all current COVID-19 vaccination requirements, former soldiers who were involuntarily separated for their refusal to receive the COVID-19 vaccination may request a correction of their military records. The Army is struggling when it comes to meeting its recruiting goals. Active duty has dropped from 485,000 in 2021 to about 452,000. Its goals for fiscal 2023, which ended at the end of September, was 65,000 new recruits. The Army came up 10,000 short, so Army leadership is outselling service.
We're looking for more, to come into our ranks, and I think it will accelerate their life. So we'd love to talk about the opportunities to be in the Army or any of the services.
They've also enlisted some VIP help, with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson visiting the Pentagon to talk recruiting last week. It is critical, as Pentagon brass expects the Army to play a significant role if there's conflict in Asia.
I tend to think that the Army will have a huge supporting role for the joint force in the Indo-Pacific. And in that regard, what do I mean by that? I think the Army will play a core role in establishing and protecting staging bases for our air forces, for our maritime forces.
Recruiting is not a new problem, as the Army has not achieved its recruiting goals since 2014. Bill?
Got to get on it 9 years later. Thank you, Mike.
Shalom. I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, and just to get into it. All right, I'll probably title this lesson after Jeremiah 51 and 30. All right. They have forborn to fight. All right. You go into that word forborn, it means the deceased or to leave off. Okay. and I pray this is edifying. You see that now that things are escalating over there in the Middle East. All right. Hey, the Army is looking to get back all those particular soldiers that they let go. All right. Through these jab policies, in which that was in itself to weaken. All right, but matter of fact, let's go ahead. Let's just let the scripture speak. Then I'll try to break it down. All right, this is Sirach 26 and 28. There be two things that grieve my heart. The third maketh me angry, a man of war that suffereth poverty. All right. And if you excuse me, Salakia. If you know anything about the military, especially new recruits, they don't make much money, man. All right. It takes a while for you to really get unless you're a naval officer. All right. If you're enlisted, it takes a while for you to make, a good, respectable living, especially if you're trying to accommodate a family. So on top of that, they fired these people, and more than likely, a lot of them probably had to go through the shame, all right, the dishonorable discharges, all right, in which a lot of times too, I don't know how it is now, but they would say that even with those things, it would be hard. It would play against you if you're trying to seek employment, all right. But let me read that again. There be two things that grieve my heart, a third that maketh me angry, a man of war that suffereth poverty. All right. And you don't know how that played on a lot of people's minds, especially those that were patriots of this particular country, man. All right. A lot of times, speaking of myself, because I was in the military, a lot of jakes go in there to get away from their environment. All right, to get away from their environment, possibly to get some training or some educational benefits, you know. And hey, you see how Babylon the Great treats its veterans, man. You have a lot of homeless vets, and the VA care, the VA care has always been subpar, man. All right, as far as for those who pretty much fought for this country. All right, so you see that these type of things now that they're wanting them back, that could destroy morale, which it did, man. Most of these people, um, even if they did have some type of patriotism, it's more than likely it's ruined. All right, because if you look at the times that we're in, you look at the corruption. All right, you look at the corruption at up top, and how wide open it is. All right, who would wanna be a patriot to this? Matter of fact, that made me think of something. Let's go here real quick, because it's pretty much it pretty much these people don't care anymore. Let me worry at 3:9. They show their countenance. The show of their countenance do witness against them. They declare their sin is Sodom, and they hide it not. Woe unto your soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. All right, but they declare their sin is Sodom. All right, and that's coming from all the way from the top, man. All right, from these wicked crime, political crime families. All right, who wants to fight? All right, for a for a country like this, man. All right, so a these mighty men have forborne to fight. For the most part, they're probably prepping because they understand to some degree that Babylon, aka Babylon the Great, is falling. All right. So let me go back here. Just want to prove that point. All right. People are tired of this place, man. All right, and they don't have the desire to even fight for this place. Let's go to Sirach 34 and 22. No, matter of fact, let's start at 21. The bread of the needy is their life, and he that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder. All right. So you took away these men's, the very men that fought for this country. You took away their living. All right. You pretty much slayed them. All right. And if anything, you probably made them an enemy of the state. All right. By doing these type of things, then have the nerve to ask these particular men to come back. And these type of things, these are the type of things and many other things that create certain levels of insurrection. All right. And anarchy. All right. And you create villains on your own, basically, with how you treat your own people. All right. And this is that perverse spirit that's mingled in Babylon the Great, man. All right. It's that perverse spirit that's mingled in them. All right. They don't every the Most High is causing every work of Egypt to err. All right, everything. And pretty soon more than likely they'll be instituting a draft, because over there in Ukraine, all right, they're putting pregnant women and men on the front line, all right, pretty much to die. Even older men. It's almost like a genocide, man. All right, in which scriptures talk about a lot of men are going to die in these wars anyway. All right, but let's read. This is Jeremiah 51 and 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They have become as women, and they have burned their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. All right, but this is talking about in context, I believe this is talking about probably an attack in which men are being brought to fear. But from a standpoint now, these men don't have it in them now to fight. There are videos out now, even on TikTok, showing guys saying that, hey, we're not going to fight any wars, and if they're talking about even ways of getting out of it. All right, so hey, this place is finished, man. Let's look up a couple words real quick, and I'm gonna close this out. Let's look up the word forborn, meaning to cease or to come to an end or to leave off. All right, and a lot of times I know when I was in there, you had guys that would go away which you'll probably see too. All right, in which they'll probably get court-martialed. But you have guys that would do unauthorized absence. All right, they would just leave. Just quit, man. All right. So you're going to see a lot of different things going on in which guys are going to get court-martialed. You know, I don't know how they're going to do things. All right, let's look up this word in holds. All right, fastness, mountain fastness, stronghold, and like I was saying, all right, that's how they fastness, a covert from ambush. All right, in which I was just saying earlier. All right, the mighty men. Basically, I ain't even talking about the ones that's fresh in the mind, that's naive and really don't know nothing. I'm talking about the men that have the men of war that have experience. All right, these particular men are probably prepping, man. All right, they're probably prepping bug out bags and preparing for when the lights go out and things of that nature. All right, so they forborn to fight for this place, man. All right, every man is pretty much it's gonna be every man for himself, man. All right, and this is gonna be like a time like no other, man. All right, so we're coming on to that, man. All these different things are going to come into play. You see all these different ideologies and rumors of war and just uptick in violence all over the place. All right, there is no no soundness in Babylon the Great, man. All right, this place is about to fall. So I just wanted to touch on that. Hey, with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying, and with that, I would like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, Shalom.